Our car is all warmed up. As you can see, the idle RPM is around 450, and it should be around 600 to 700. This is the Lexus ISC valve. It's called the idle speed control valve, and when the car is warmed up, it's supposed to make a ticking sound, and it's not doing that, or it's doing that sometime and sometime it's not. So we're going to take this out and clean the inside. So the first thing to do is you have to drain the coolant. There's a coolant line down here that's run to it. You need to drain the coolant, let the car cool down, and then we're going to drain it. We'll come back. I'd like to show you what I did so far. I moved this back. I disconnected the connector over here, this pipe and connector, and I was also able to disconnect the connection from here, back here, and pull this backwards. Now I have a lot of room to work with. Here's what the final removal looks like. The one that gave me a hell of a problem was the coolant hose, and I had to actually cut it to get it out, and I'm going to be replacing it with a new one. There are 3 screws you want to take out, and you want to be careful with them because they're probably very easy to strip. I put some penetrating fluid in there. All right, I went ahead and took another 3 set of screws out. There were washers on the bottom. These are the screws. I'm going to go ahead and clean this area. There's a spinning wheel here, and you can see it's spinning correctly, but I'm going to give it a little cleaning. All right, all the parts are cleaned. This piece here, I did not spray anything in here, just cleaned the outside. And there's a little piece in there, as you can see, and did not touch it at all. So now everything is ready to go back in. And notice that this part here moves back and forth easier. Let's check the operation of the ISC valve. In this range, you want to check the B1, S1, or B1 and S3, B2 and S2, and B2 and S4. And here's a diagram. I want the range of the resistance to be between 10 and 30. And down here is more about the ISP operation. This I'm not going to get into because this requires a battery and you may damage your system anyway. So to test that, I'm just going to test the operation between B1 and S1, and I'm going to connect the valve right here. I got the setup already between B1 and S1, and as you can see in the voltmeter, I'm between 22 and a half. So this is good. I checked all the other ones and they were within the range. All right, I installed everything, checked everything. We'll check more for leaks, and added more coolant in here first, and then in the reservoir. It took about a gallon. Took the car for a test drive. For checking the idle RPM, you want to make sure all your accessories are turned off, and I'm going to do that right here. And I'm also going to turn off the radio, and there you go, the radio is off. Now, as you can see, the RPM is down to 600, the idle RPM, and that is very good news.